Oh, we are. Okay, so we are live. Welcome. It is Tuesday. I think, yeah, Tuesdays in the Cellar with Ben and I. Cheers.
Hello.
What are these different wine glasses we're drinking out of today? Our last meeting, Ben and I decided we were talking about our Celebration Brut, right? And we talked about sabering wine. Oh, look at the top of his bottle. That is awesome.
Yeah, it was
Celebration Brut. Here we go. Back, if I'm correct, back in 2012, there was so much dang fruit in the vineyards that we do what's called green drop, which I'll let Ben explain that in a second. And in 12, there was so much green drop, it was hurting us desperately that we decided to make some bubbles. So Ben, what is green drop?
Well, people go through their vineyards and start dropping fruit that's not up to speed with the main bulk of the grapes. So you're dropping green drop kind of to reduce the crop size. We're looking for about 3 tons per acre of Pinot, and that's an approximation, but we know that size is really, really good for Pinot. So, and while we were checking the Chardonnay, it's pretty much the same with Chardonnay. You could have a little bit more fruit, but we try to go through and drop some of the fruit so that what's left will ripen in time, and that's really important. We don't want to carry too much fruit because if the vine is carrying too much fruit, it won't ripen in the proper time.
Right.
So, and then we also, some people keep the second crop, some people cut the second crop off. So it's a mixed bag. It depends on who the grower is. Some growers like the second growth. They make a little bit of wine for themselves in the second growth, or they sell it to home winemakers, which is a really good deal.
And the second growth is, if you ever look at a vine, if I'm correct, right, most of the grapes you see are on the bottom row, I guess, for lack of better words, that's your first growth. If you go a little bit above it is a little bit of a second growth. They're usually a few weeks behind.
Yep.
That's considered the second growth. So 2012, there was so much Chardonnay being dropped that we went ahead and, from Peter's Vineyard, correct, you guys?
Yeah, we went and walked out. We were just taking account of the vines and checking out what the crop looked like. And we started looking at the Chardonnay, and it had this beautiful crop of Chardonnay, but it was too big. So we started talking to Randy, and we're going to drop this fruit. But then on a fluke, we said, let's grab some and see because he wasn't going to do it that day. He was going to bring his crew there in a couple of days. So we brought a bag of grapes back to the winery and did a bricks and a pH test, and found they were like right in the zone what you're looking for sparkling wine. And it was a one-time shot. We said, if you're going to drop it, we'll buy it. We'll buy it for sparkling wine. So that's what we did.
Nice. And then if I'm correct, in 2013, because I asked Randy and Dave, our assistant winemaker Dave, 2013, a very similar thing happened with the Pinot Noir.
Right. And so we did. So we decided to make a cuvee, a Blanc de Noir. And so we used a little, it's a cuvee, so it's 2 different years, with the 12 with the white and the 13 with the Pinot. So we made you make it just like you would make a regular wine. You make the base.
Right.
And then we turned it over to Rack and Riddle, which is a riddling house, a sparkling wine producer. And they do it the traditional
Method Champenois.
Yeah, Method Champenois. As opposed to like the cheaper brands, they do it in a tank. So we excused that and decided to do a proper sparkling wine.
The Method Champenois. And riddling, for the layperson, Ben, what is riddling?
Riddling is a process that they use. They have riddling racks. Now they do it electronically. The racks move up one, they turn one, they turn again another one. Every couple of days they turn it. So what you're doing is you're turning the neck like that. And to get all the sediment and everything to the neck. And then they freeze the neck, pop it open, that the neck stuff shoots out, and then you add your dosage. You could do it semi-sec or demi-sec or sec or brut. And I like brut.
I like brut too.
Brut is fine. or champagne. I like Brut. So we tasted a bunch of different samples, and we came up with the Brut, which was the final thing. But it takes years.
That's why we did it in 12. And Lori's asking if there's a sparkling left to purchase. Lori, shoot me an email. We have a couple of bottles, but we took it off our website because we are practically sold out. I do want to also say, hey, Frankie, thank you. Saw Frankie today at the winery. He picked up some curbside wine.
Frankie.
Yeah, it was nice seeing Frankie. Cheers. So with the bubbles, and by the way, I was today years old when I learned this was 2 different vintages. I did not know that prior to today, so kind of cool. But we made it in 12. It takes a few years for sparkling, right? So
and it became ready right at the time we were thinking of what to do for our anniversary wine.
We were anniversary.
Yeah.
I have a picture of the bottle here. This is our sparkling Brut, and you can see that we actually resurrected an older our original label, which includes Bacchus, which is the wine of God, the god of wine, right? He's got a grape reef on. He's wearing a toga. Resurrected it, I believe Renee's cousin or somebody in Renee's family
was a graphic artist, had never met us or didn't meet me, but he did a drawing of Bacchus with the grapes in his hair and all that. And who knew 20 years later I'm going to look like the guy that he drew?
Would you believe I have a picture of this?
No.
When we released this around, I showed this last time, but I love it so much. We did a little, we were new in our Facebook Lives. Here's a little video of Ben introducing Yolanda and I to our sparkling Brut. You can see it was the holidays. Ben, you look pretty good in the toga.
I'm the only one in the toga, though. That
was your fault. I came over ready to work, and that's what greeted me at the door. But he had a bottle of bubbles in his hand, so who am I to say no? So one of the reasons personally I love to drink bubbles is I learned how to saber wine a few years ago, and sabering is the art of opening wine with a big knife. Ben?
My saber?
Yours is way better. Mine is my kid's wooden sword that I got him in France a few years ago on our cruise. I did not use this.
So this mighty sword was a chef's knife that I had when I was a cook in the Army.
That was a chef's knife?
Yeah, that's a chef's knife.
Wow, screwing with
it's not a lot. You're cooking for a lot of people, so you don't want to mess around with you. That's
scary. Well, sabering, I absolutely adore sabering wine, and it's you need the wine to be super cold, the bubbles to be super cold. It doesn't really work with prosecco, by the way, but you got to hold the bottle. I can't do it. Just so you take the knife along the seam. I can use the wooden one. You remove the cage, take the knife along, and poof. It's so easy to do that last week, Ben and I put down a challenge. We were both going to saber wine, and we are going to show you our videos, and you get to vote on who sabered the best wine. And the winner, I don't know what the winner gets, but let's just go to the videos and see. Pam's asking if we ever make a rosé sparkling. Unfortunately, Pam, we don't. This is the only sparkling
one and only,
and probably will make. So, and by the way, it tastes like apples and pears. It's delicious. But let's go to the video. Here's the first video.
Hello, everyone. We I've stepped outside here. Today's Tuesday in the cellar with Kristen and Ben to saber a sparkling wine, our cuvee, 20-year cuvee of sparkling wine. So we're going to give this a try here, running it along the seam. Didn't do it. It's not working. Okay, here we go.
I'm sorry. That is awesome.
To my great embarrassment, it just wouldn't go.
Well, let's give me a try. Let's take a peek.
Damn.
That wasn't the wooden sword, but Ben, let's just check back in with you really quick, because personally, I am so thirsty right now, waiting for you. Hold on one second.
Here we go. I give up. Well, it should work. The last time it just worked beautifully. So here we go. Well, 14 tries. Done.
I think you have to talk sweetly to the bottle.
Listen, you're going to come off now. I'm telling you. Next time, don't embarrass me like that.
Oh my gosh, that was fantastic. I was dying of thirst personally trying to get that done. It is actually a lot of fun. It's a good time had by all, no fail. But Ben, good sport. Ben did do. Oh, whoa! What is this?
Salmon, a little salmon to go with the bubbly. We got a little smoked salmon from Santa Rosa Seafood and a little cream cheese.
Nice. Oh, Gene is saying you win. Gene, you're out of the club. I'm done with you.
Thank you.
All right, that's fine. Hey, that looks fantastic. I have got no food in front of me. That is just not fair. But I do have, I mean, unless you count this as food, it is grapes.
Well, the salmon absolutely goes so beautiful with this. You had mentioned the apple and pear. The apple, this is an apple orchard, of course.
Right?
Man, that just comes right through like it's like Martinelli apple juice.
I might send my kid over on their bike to get some of that. That looks fantastic. Sparkling goes great with oysters, goes great with a pool or patio, goes great with crab, lobster, any kind of shellfish. Oh, amazing. I am beyond jealous. And I just want to bring up a point. Ben's drinking his wine out of a, what kind of wine glass is that? So
it's a little bit different. We were trying different sparkling wine glasses. The problem with this, it doesn't allow the bubbles to shoot up like that one does.
Like these do. But when we did a Riedel seminar a while ago, they were saying, don't worry so much about the flutes anymore. You can go varietal specific. So what is our bubbles made out of it? Most bubbles, actually Pinot Noir and Chardonnay. So a Pinot Noir and or a Chardonnay go fantastic in a Pinot glass. I think that's like a Sauv Blanc.
Like a Chardonnay glass. This glass here is a Chardonnay glass.
Well, cheers. But
cheers.
I hate to say it, I'm here for Pinot. So this is our last Tuesday in the cellar, by the way. We are going to, in the month of June, we are going to combine ourselves to a different day. We're going to go to wine, whatever, Wednesdays. So we're going to be having some fun with some special guests, some whatnot, going to one day a week on Wednesdays. Ben is sick of me. So this is our last time to really rate the cellar. So in my opinion, I went deep in the cellar. Ben, what did you get?
Well, today I got the 11 Nunes. Can we see that?
Did you really? I did the 11 Charles.
We didn't coordinate this, but 11. We went pretty deep in the cellar there for 11. So
we're on the same page.
I'm looking forward to trying this.
I am too, and I know we have I grabbed the 11 Charles because I know we have a couple bottles of the 11 Charles still available for sales. If anybody likes to go deep in the cellar with us, likes these older vintages. Oh my God, that nose is beautiful.
I concur, but a different nose.
You do have a different nose than me. Oh my God, that is beautiful. We were chatting a week or two ago about the swirl, or maybe on one of our weekly updates, we were talking about the swirl. Still looking for some swirl videos. If anybody wants to send me a video of them swirling, preferably the wine in the glass swirling.
We like to do it on the table like this.
You can do it on the table.
We can't see it.
Oh, you want a game on this? Let me go this way. Can you go the other way?
Watch out now. This kid's quite the swirler.
Watch this.
Uh-oh.
I am a professional. Oh, yeah. That's why you hired me. That was my interview video, by the way.
I'm not going to tell you where I saw the tassels going in.
Dan said that here too. Yeah. Thank you for not bringing
you
that up.
guys, you know.
Hey, I'm in sales. What do you want from me? Oh, Pam is asking. I'm going to pop this up, Pam. Hey, Shelly, by the way, thank you, Shelly, for joining us. How long can you cellar the Pinot for it to be perfect for a special occasion? Perfect is subjective, to be fair.
That's somebody said, you know, like I believe like the 5-year, 7-year is really pushing it, because I really like even when you released young, the fresh fruit. The Pinot is all about the fruit. So when we release it at around 3 years, you know, it's like you can drink it. It's ready to drink. You can hold it another 5 or 8 years. So this said, my wine, when we originally had it sampled, it came back from the Spectator at 2001 to be finished with it by 2021. And man, this thing is still lively, fresh.
Our tasting notes said to hold it till 2001? No.
2011 till 2021.
I was going to say 5 years. Frankie's saying 5 years. 5 to 7 years is what we like to say, right? From bottle date, vintage date.
Vintage date, yeah. I mean, you take your chance when you let it go longer. And what's the point? I mean, it doesn't really make it that much better or that much better. It's better for me,
it's delicious,
wise, to drink it while it's fresh. Pinot is what the fresh fruit's all about. But we just had somebody sent us a little note saying they drank a 2006 Laris, I think, and they loved it. They said it was like holding up beautifully. I was a little bit concerned because now we're talking 14 years, for crying out loud.
Yeah, we've opened, you know, every now and then Ben will bring up some, cleans out his cellar to make room for new stuff. And so he'll bring it to the winery and he's like, if you guys want to drink it. So of course we do. And it's delicious. So I think you had some 02s and 03 Peters a little while ago that were amazing. I agree with you. You are taking a chance the longer you hold it. American wines, American Pinots in general are not supposed to be aged years and years and years. But Ben, whatever you do to the wine, it is consistent year after year. They're delicious. This is amazing.
So 11 years in.
Oh, what?
Yeah, 11 years. This is 9 years in now. The 11 is almost 9 years old. It's just showing really beautiful color. Is still, it has a dark ruby color. It's not showing the age on the where the meniscus there, the edge.
Yeah, the edge.
And the palate, just, I mean, an impressive black fruit is still there. Dark black cherry and cola. I mean, I can still get cola out of here. It's really very, very pretty. And
I'm going to hold mine up against white paper because that kind of tells me. Oh, it is brown. So Ben is drinking the Nunez, which is Russian River. I'm over into Charles, which is Anderson Valley. So we've got two different wines here. And man, I will tell you, my color's got a hint of the brown. It's actually not nearly as brown as I thought it would be. I've got cola on mine as well. Oh my God, the 11 was a tough year too, correct?
Tough year. We had a lot of people had a lot of problems. We were very fortunate, got in, picked our fruit early. We had a break in the rain, so we tried to bring all our fruit in, and then I think it was by October 3rd, it started pouring again, and people then had to wait again another long period of time for the grapes to come around because they had gotten so swollen with the rain. We were lucky though. We watched the weather, working with our growers. We watched the projections for the weather, so we could see that weather was coming. So we all worked together really hard to bring the fruit in, and I think it paid off. Being really cautious about that. And then we picked it a little lighter than normal, so a little brighter acidity. I think when we picked this particular wine, it was 22.9 bricks, which is pretty low. But I think because of that, it had great acidity and allowed it to age beautifully, because this is aging just terrific.
It's gorgeous. Nunez is popping in saying that it was a short crop dry year for them, and she has no more 11 in her cellar. I don't think we do either, Wendy. Ben actually pulled out from his cellar. But I got to tell you, Kevin's cracking me up because Kevin commented a few minutes ago that I love the kid has the cigar in his mouth, by the way. He's enjoying an 18 Russian River Valley Pinot. And then he said, yeah, by the way, that's deep in our cellar.
Nice.
The 18.
Kevin, the ABC is checking to make sure that everybody that signs the thing is of age. So if you're showing a kid with a cigar, a 9-year-old boy with a cigar, you get in trouble.
Oh, he might not be in California. This could be California rules.
Well, that's true, yeah.
I say, by the way, yeah, call Kristen. I can help. I think that is the theme of the night because Jean's the only one who's voted, by the way, on the sabering. So I need a few more votes on here. I was also out of the wine club. I believe I threatened that. I am a mom, you know. My 11 that I'm drinking is Pam's drinking Kevin's wine. Very nice. The 11 I'm drinking has got the dark notes, has got the cola. It's got some of the dark berries on here. And this is just, it is so smooth and velvety. You don't have those acids. It's just, this is delicious.
I think even with this one here, we were worried that it wasn't going to ripen. And so when we picked it, we kind of were watching really closely to make sure. And, man, I'm glad we did what we did there because it really paid off. And we learned from our lessons like this when we pick a little earlier and retain that bright acidity. I think it really allows the wines to age a little longer.
Well, I agree. And if I'm correct, 11 when 11s were first released, they were pretty tight in the bottle. Right? They were kind of 10s and 11s, if I'm correct. I know 10 was a smaller vintage. 11 came out. They both were poo-pawed in the media. They were, the scores, nobody liked the 10s and 11s as much. I compare them to kids because I have kids. I say they didn't peak in high school. High school was not polite to them. But they got out into that job market, and they have just blossomed into amazing wines, 10 and 11s.
Well, I'm loving the 11 here. So I think with how we approach it was a really good way in the years that were really wet. And I think unlike a lot of people that make a lot of different wines, being just because we focus in on doing Pinot Noir, we have experience in good years, everybody can make a Pinot Noir, but in difficult years, that's where we do really well because that's what we do. We work with Pinot
Well, anybody can make good wine in good years. I always joke that if you're a winemaker and you're making a great wine in a great year, kudos. If you're making a great wine in a bad year, well, you're doing a great job. If you're making a bad wine in a bad year, probably need a new job.
What if you a bad wine in a good year? You better go take up golfing or something.
You better take up, kind of like Ben's sabering attempts. He had to give me a couple strokes. I think he gave me like 15.
I gotta have more practice. I have to practice more.
I know. Well, the wooden sword, but I did not use this, to be fair. By the way, you can totally saber with a butter knife. Here. Oh, Matt's on from San Diego. I love it. I love seeing all the names pop up. You guys are fantastic. So what are you pairing? I saw what you were pairing your sparkling with. What are you pairing your... Oh, wait, let me back up a second. You're pairing your sparkling, especially because, am I correct, you had 2 bottles of sparkling you had to open today?
Yep.
Because
we'll be drinking sparkling for all day today.
What happened to the first bottle? I forget the story. What happened to the first bottle of sparkling?
Well, we were getting ready to film that little video, and I put it out on the picnic table and turned around and talked to Yolanda about how to use the camera. And then we both heard this pop and turned around. The bottle popped on its own. It was so anxious to get open for us. It went. That was it. So we had to get another bottle, and this can get heavy. I don't have that many bottles in reserve.
No, this is why you're a winemaker. You have plenty downstairs. You can get another bottle. Yeah, so they have 2 bottles of sparkling to drink tonight and a bottle of Pinot. And you know what we call that in wine country? Tuesday.
There we go, yeah.
So what are you pairing your, oh, Ron's on, I love it. What are you pairing your wine with this evening?
Well, we're going to go back and visit that salmon for sure.
Fair.
And we're going to do some barbecue chicken with this. It's going to be like absolutely marvelous. We'll use a little Asian spice with it. And I think, we got a winner. And I have a few of, I made some of Bruce's mom's Portuguese beans. So I'm gonna pair that with the chicken, and I think we're in business.
All right, I love Karen. Check out what Karen just said.
Okay, Karen, my kind of gal.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Karen, we aim to please. I'm glad you picked up what we put down. That is fantastic. I am pairing my Pinot tonight. I actually brine marinated some pork chops last night. I'm going to cook them up with some fresh rosemary. It's the only thing I grow in my quote garden, and garlic. And then I'm going to pair that with probably like some Parmesan risotto and some vegetables we got at the farmer's market this week.
I love apples with pork, so I would do a grilled apple or applesauce with pork.
Yeah, we are old school. We like the applesauce and the pork. Does not matter how I cook my pork chops. My kids love the applesauce on it, and then I came at the end, and they're delicious. Hey, Frankie's asking a question. What do you think of the discussion that the odd year wines are more concentrated and can age longer than the even year wines, which generally turn out to be more approachable and smoother sooner?
Funny how that worked out like that, isn't it?
Is it every other?
To me, the odd years were pretty terrific, and then it fell apart. The 04s were fabulous. The 04s.
Yeah.
And then you had the 9s and the 12s. That's one of each, right? And both of those are great, odd and even.
But that's funny. I love 06 has been one of my all-time favorites. 08 did not show well upon release, but 08s are beautiful with some age. I'm thinking 10s, 12s, 14s, 16s. Oh, shoot. Frankie, I don't know. I kind of like them all.
Yeah, I'm not kicking any out of the garage right now, so.
What are you kicking out of the garage?
Nothing.
Dang it, I was going to pull my car up. I was going to be your junk removal system. Oh, well, never mind.
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, if you're patient, some of those come around and some never do. And, I think some of the older wines, I love the 05 because after 3 years of hot weather, then we had a very cool year. And then the writers hated it because they were saying it too ripe. And then you had a perfect year like 05. And then they hated it, but we got even because that was the wine we won Pigs and Pinot with the first time, the 05 Peters.
Good segue. Pigs and Pinot. Pigs and Pinot, somebody described it, which I love, is like the Oscars of wine country for here. Yeah. And so, Ben, you were invited to do the virtual Pigs and Pinot June 18th.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be on with Charlie Palmer. I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure what we're tasting, but it'll be good. Whatever it is, I'm giving them my best. So
we'll add the link to our events page if you guys want to join that virtual. I don't know if you can join. I don't know all the details yet, but that should be pretty cool. I'm excited about it. I think we decided today we're going to do the 2016 Laris.
I think that's it. Yeah.
2016 Laris Family Vineyards. Phenomenal. Our quintessential Pinot, we like to say. 16s are drinking fantastic. Let's see. Ron is asking, are we open for tasting yet? Hey, Ron, I think based on all the parameters with the state, we're hoping we're going to probably open up to wine club members only this weekend, and then general public Monday going forward. Reservations only. There's going to be obviously massive perimeters in place, and we are learning those, working with those, figuring those out now. But feel free, shoot us an email. Let us know if you're in town or what's going on. We'd love to see everybody. Shoot, we're looking forward to it. Well, actually, to be fair, it was 100 degrees here today. Yeah. Another reason we probably opened with bubbles, or another reason your bubbles opened by themselves.
Yeah, that's what happened to mine. I put them outside. They were just, that was it. Opening on their own.
Yeah, they were opening on their own. It was absolutely fantastic.
I wish you would have got a picture of that. Would have been really cool. It surprised the hell out of Yolanda and I. Geez, the bottle just opened.
I did not fly over here. Okay, so apparently, Ben, you're the sympathy winner. I mean, the winner. My bad. So Ben,
Go raid the cellar.
you may go raid your cellar. You can raid the cellar. Just
Style over substance, or you know.
tell me what you put. Was a Hawaiian shirt? Dang it! I knew I should have worn a Hawaiian shirt.
There you go.
Cook dinosaur.
I'm gonna do better next time. You didn't show that our last one that we did for Bruce.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The video for Bruce's birthday.
I have zero idea what you were talking about.
Oh boy.
Sorry,
Oh,
no clue at
she's
all.
in control.
Okay. So, anyways, Ben and I are back on Thursday. What?
Yeah, well, you control the competition. I don't have a chance.
You can't get me either. It's at his house. Okay, so we're back Thursday. Join us Thursday. We'd love it. We're going to open our 2 recent 92-point wines. We've had how many over 90 points?
Over 60, I think now. We have over 60, 90 point by the Wine Spectator. We have a great deal more from other sources, but the Wine Spectator, we have over 60, 90 plus point wines. For me, that's quite an accomplishment I'm very proud of. So,
Ben, that's an amazing accomplishment, and you should be proud of it. That's incredible. We are so thrilled. We're going to open those on Thursday. It's the 2017 777 Clowns, 2017 Russian River Valley, which the 777 comes from the Russian River Valley. But we're going to open those. We're going to enjoy those together. Pinot time on Thursday. Can't wait to see everybody. And thank you, everybody, for joining us. We absolutely love it. Oh, Kevin's going to be there. Awesome.
Love to thank everybody for their support for us while we're not open. We appreciate that. It has kept us going and kept our families, the Papapietro Perry families, and our employees working, and that we're blessed for that. So thank you very much for your support. Really,
we are a small business. You're right, and it is important. You guys have supported us. We love it. And on that note, too, when we reopen and you come visit us, please tell everybody Kristen and Ben sent you. We'd love it. And bring your own saber, because obviously Ben's didn't work. All right, on that note.
I'll loan it to you. I mean, you can use it. I'll keep it up there.
Cheers, Ben. Oh, dang it, I'm almost getting this right. No, other way. Cheers, clink, clink. All right, thank you, everybody. See you Thursday.